I'm Ruber. This video is for those moments right after you arrive in Japan, when you're thinking, okay, what do I do next? Here, I'll show you only what you need to do right after landing in Japan in the correct order. No complicated explanations. Just follow along and you'll be fine. So let's start with the very first step, immigration. One, immigration. Once you get off the plane, the first place you'll head to is immigration. What you need to do here is very simple. Just follow the signs that say immigration or arrivals. If you're not sure, stop for a moment and look up. There will always be clear signs. At immigration, you'll show your passport and answer a few simple questions. You don't need advanced English or Japanese. If you're visiting Japan as a tourist, most people pass through without any problems. The most important thing here is to follow the line and wait calmly. Even if you're tired after a long flight, there's no need to rush. At Japanese airports, if you follow the staff's instructions, you'll naturally be guided to the next step. Once immigration is done, it's time to pick up your luggage. Just go with the flow and keep moving forward. 2, baggage claim. After passing immigration, the next step is baggage claim. Again, what you need to do is simple. Just follow the signs that say baggage claim. You'll enter a large area with round or oval conveyor belts. This is where your luggage comes out. Find the carousel showing your flight number and wait there. Sometimes suitcases take a little time to appear, but there's no need to worry. In most cases, all passengers' luggage comes out one by one. One thing to be careful about here is taking the wrong suitcase. Many suitcases look very similar. Always check the tag or your personal marker before picking it up. If your luggage doesn't show up for a while, don't leave the area. Just ask a nearby staff member for help. Once you have your luggage, the next step is customs. Just keep moving toward the exit. 3, customs. After picking up your luggage, the next step is customs. Many people feel nervous here, thinking, this looks difficult, or what if I get stopped? But in most cases, there's almost nothing you need to do. As you follow the signs, you'll see the lanes split into 2. One for people with items to declare, and one for people without. If you don't have anything special to declare, choose the lane that says, nothing to declare. It simply means you have nothing to report. If you're visiting Japan with normal souvenirs and personal items, most people go through this lane. The important thing here is to keep walking and follow the flow. If a customs officer speaks to you, just stay calm and respond. The questions are usually very simple. Once you pass through customs, you'll finally see the arrival lobby. From here on, this is where your time in Japan really begins. 4, mobile internet. Once you enter the arrival lobby, the next thing to check is your phone's internet connection. The key point here is simple. Make sure your phone works right away. At Japanese airports, you'll see counters for SIM cards, eSIMs, and rental Wi-Fi devices. If you already made a reservation, just follow the signs to your pickup location. If your phone is already connected and working, there's no need to stop here. If it works, you're good. On the other hand, moving without access to maps or messages can be risky. You'll need your phone for train transfers and getting to your hotel. So at this point, all you need to do is make sure you're online. That's enough. 5, cash. Next, let's check cash. Cashless payment is becoming more common in Japan, but after leaving the airport, there are still situations where you'll need cash. Small shops, local restaurants, and some transportation options may only accept cash. The key point here is this. You don't need to exchange a lot. A small amount is enough to start with. Just a few thousand yen or up to around 10,000 yen. At the airport, you'll always find exchange counters and ATMs. Many ATMs accept international cards, so withdrawing cash with a credit card is usually fine. There's no need to spend too much time on this. You can always withdraw more cash later in the city. Just prepare enough so you won't have trouble right away. That's all you need. 6. Do you need an IC card? This is where many people start to wonder, should I get an IC card at the airport? Here's the simple answer. Some people need it right away, and some don't. If you're about to take a train and head straight to your hotel in the city, having an IC card makes travel much easier. You don't need to buy tickets each time. Just tap and go. On the other hand, if you're taking a bus or taxi from the airport, if you already have an IC card, or if you plan to use a mobile IC card on your phone, then you don't need to force yourself to get one at the airport. The important thing to remember is this: an IC card is not required at the airport. 7. Getting into the city. Once you've finished everything at the airport, the next step is getting into the city. The most important thing here is choosing the simplest option. From Japanese airports, you'll usually have several choices: trains, buses, or taxis. But you don't need to compare every option right after you arrive. If you already decided how you're going, just stick with that plan. If you're not sure, go to an information counter or follow the signs that say train or bus. At Japanese airports, directions are clearly separated by destination. There's no need to rush here either. If you're unsure, just ask a staff member. They will help you. If you make it out of the airport and start heading into the city, that's already a success. You can check the details, like routes or transfers, while you're on the way. 8. If you have time and energy. From here on, these are things only if you have extra time and energy. First, use the restroom. If you're taking a train or bus, you might not be able to go right away. Next, buy a drink. Japan has great vending machines and convenience stores, but having one bottle before you move is reassuring. Then, you can double-check things like cash exchange or your IC card. But this is important. If you don't need it right now, don't do it. Right after arrival, you're usually more tired than you realize. Not pushing yourself here will make the rest of your trip much easier. If you have the energy, do it. If not, just move on. Either way, you're fine. 9. Final check. Before you leave the airport, take a moment to check just these things. Do you have your passport with you? Is your phone connected to the internet? Do you roughly know how you're getting into the city? If you have these 3 covered, you're good to go. It doesn't have to be perfect. In Japan, if you're not sure, you can always ask. At this point, you're no longer a traveler who's lost. All that's left to do is head into the city. How was it? If you follow along with this video, you won't get lost after arriving in Japan. If you start to feel unsure, just open this video again. I'll see you in Japan. Bye! See you!